Hey YouTubians, it's your girl Miss Dun Dun, and I'm coming at you with something that I'm about to do. You guys, as you all know, I am natural, 100% natural. I've been natural. I did my big chop in December. I think it was like December 18th of 2009. And I'm gonna put pictures in here of what I look like after my first big chop, so you can see compared to what I'm working with now. I don't know if I've ever shown my hair on YouTube out. I have, but it's always been like poofy in its wet or twisted out state. This is my hair flat iron, more or less. I've put more heat on my hair in the last 2 days than I have probably all year. And it's still a little poofy because it's hot. So what I'm about to do is get my big chop number 2. Big chop, mini big chop, trim, extreme. I don't know what to call it, because I'm not just clipping my ends, but I'm not trying to go back to what I was almost 2 years ago. But this is the problem that I'm having. I don't know if it's because when I did my first big chop, it was a lot of hair, and I've had some pretty extreme trims since then, but I feel like there was still like little pieces of relaxed ends left, and it's split so much. So let me show you let me explain what my hair is doing. Back here, the hair is doing wonderful things. This hair back here grows, and this is after I trimmed it last month. It was literally over here. This hair does beautiful things. It has that more of a 3C curl, where it's like a ringlet, and they're not tight, they like drop. And that's what happens pretty much all right here. Or I know a lot of people get this in the front, mine's just in the back. That's what happens here. Okay. And that's the kitchen. Y'all know about, us black girls got our kitchen. That's the kitchen. But my kitchen, and even, the kitchen, it's a little shorter, of course, but it doesn't do like really bad things. My real kitchen, my problem area, is right here, like the core. And I used to wear, when I was younger, I was the queen of the ponytail. I wore weave ponytails like there was no people. People always like, ooh, that girl, she got her ponytail. I always wear ponytails. But I don't a lot anymore. Most of the time, honestly, my hair is in 2-strand twist, and I have a wig on, or very rarely, I wear it out in a puff. But most of the time, it's 2-strand twisted, just being honest. Or in some kind of style, and I don't put a lot of pressure on the middle. The middle does not grow a lot, and that's where I have the most breakage. You see how uneven. This is the problem I'm having, which is why I want to cut it. It's so uneven, and I have these pieces where it's like long up to here, and then it's just so ragged, and I can't even. There's this area where it's like so short, and the problem also is it feels so rough in there, and it gets so dry, and I moisturize, and I just haven't found the right thing to keep this area moisturized. But this area has to constantly, like, I will have to take this twist down and put some shea butter and put all kinds of things, because it's so dry in the middle of my head and so rough. Okay, then I have my bang, which is a little bit more like the back as far as the curl pattern, but they're kind of raggedy. But my bangs will grow super fast. I could cut them, and then they'll just grow. And I cut my bangs a lot more than the rest, and they grow. So there's another crazy issue that a lot of black women have, women in general: the edges. I have the thinning edges happening. And the thing about it is, I wish I could just show you like a flip book of the women in my family. On both sides, but especially on my mother's side of the family, female baldness is running rampant. By the time most of the women are in their 50s, in my family, except my mom has a nice gray hair, but even her, 50s and 60s, bald. So that's another reason I went natural. I'm trying to combat my genetics. And a lot of people have really thinning edges, receding hairlines. And these are the women, not the men, the women in my family. I know a lot of us have the edges, and we all, we laugh at each other. It's just like, uh-oh, you're getting it. And so I was just like, I never would get it. And now I'm like, dang, I see it happening. More so on this side than this side. And it generally is like one side. And I have some ladies in my family who theirs go all the way back, and it's thin, like you could touch it, and it's soft skin, like hair doesn't grow there. So I'm trying to combat it, and I've seen a lot of reviews on the Jamaican black castor oil. So I'm gonna go in my neighborhood. The beauty supply that I go to, it's a large African, Jamaican, Haitian neighborhood of Chicago, north of Chicago, that never even existed. But I'm hoping like maybe in there I can find some. If not, I'll order it offline, because I heard that the Jamaican black castor oil is really good on edges, and so and thickening and hair growth. So I want to try to use these different products. I feel like since I have been natural, there's a lot of trial and error when you first become natural. So I'm not saying that a second big chop is necessary, but I am saying that I think that a second big chop in a lot of situations, it's logical. Because a lot of times you're like, oh, I cut all my hair off, I'm natural, now let me just do all kinds of things to it. And sometimes you have to, you learn, and it's trial and error, and you do things that you use products that you saw reviews on and you tried it, they didn't do anything good for your hair. You get frustrated with your TWA, and you start straightening it too much. Not saying you can't straighten as a natural, because I know people get all uptight. I will straighten. I mean, just knowing your hair. Some people have that thick, what I call, you got that Negro spiritual hair, which is hair that I'm dying for. And some people have more hair like me, where it's like these soft little naps, cotton candy naps, and you don't even know. So my plan is, rather than going to, when I did my big chop, I went to a hairstylist who specialized in natural hair, and she did a great job. And I think it was right for my first time. But I paid like $50, I think, before the tip, for her to wash, blow dry, and cut my ends and cut my hair. I don't have money like that. So I said I could straighten my hair myself. Go to the Supercuts, to Betty and Nick's $5 haircut, and have them cut my hair. They're professionals. They cut hair. It's straight. They don't have to wash it. Just cut it. So I am a little bit nervous. So that was my plan. That's my plan. And I'm going to come back with either an update or an in addition to, like, link part, the second part. So you can see, this is the before. And I'll show pictures of like what it's. Okay, YouTube, sorry about that. My battery died. So I'm back, and since my battery died, I had to go out and get new batteries. I just decided to go get my hair cut. So I don't know if you can tell, it wasn't as drastic as, you know, maybe I had set it up to be. But I went, and the lady was like, you know, how much? She's like, you want me to take it all off? And I told her, you know, as much as you need to cut the ends off. And it wasn't as bad as I thought. But even if it may not look drastically different to you, it feels so different to me. When I run my hands through my hair, which, you know, it's been kicked back up a little bit, when I glide my hand across my head, I don't feel the roughness. And of course there are still some like splitty ends, but I'm vowing to go. I would say every 6 weeks, but I do wear my hair a lot natural, and natural more so than I do it straight. Again, I only do this maybe twice a year or something. So I'm not gonna say every 6 weeks, but every 8 weeks. So every other month, right? Yeah. So every other month, every 2 months, so every other month, I'm going to straighten my hair and go get my ends cut. I need to make sure I continue to get my ends clipped. I may even sometimes opt to just do a wet method where I do some two-strand twists and clip those ends. But I mean, it's just like looks so much better. I don't know if you can tell from what it was before. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like, how much shorter, and I didn't show you what it looked like wet what it looked like wet before. But I'm gonna wet it, and I washed it like yesterday, day before yesterday. So I'm just gonna do my spray bottle and some conditioner, leave-in conditioner, and I found the Jamaican black castor oil at my local beauty supply store. One of them. It's called Beauty House, I think. If you live in Chicago, on Wilson and Broadway, Beauty House. Jamaican black castor oil. This thing was $8.77 with tax and everything. This little bitty thing. But I know they were selling like bigger ones or ones just as small online for the same price. This will be the same price online plus shipping and handling. So I was like, let me just go ahead and grab it. So I'll be back when you see what it looks like wet. Alright, YouTube, this is the wet hair, and yes, that cut I got made a difference. I'm just about back to my TWA. When I first cut it, it was still shorter than this. I can tell because I can stretch it and it's still longer. Before, when I first did my big chop, I stretched it and it was like, dink. Like it would barely stretch. It stretched to like right here. It barely braided. I could not get it in a ponytail. Even when I flat ironed it, I couldn't get it in a ponytail. When I first did my big chop, even like it was like 3 little hairs would come out. But I'm sure if I blew it out, even if I just combed it out, did like after a twist out, I'm sure I'd be able to put it in a ponytail. I know I could have. See. I could get it a little bit. I know I was able to get it in the ponytail when it was straight. But yeah, this is what I'm back to. I just used my spray bottle, a little bit of my restorative conditioner from Shea Moisture, which I heard that Walgreens has a buy one get one free sale, and I did see it online. So I'm going to try to find a Walgreens near my house so I can go buy one and get one free. This is $10 a bottle. I'm definitely trying to save, and I'm down to here. And I did put a little bit of the black Jamaican black castor oil. I put some in the palm of my hands and moisturize, and it's kind of thick. Like, it doesn't stink, but it's just like, it has a smell. I don't know what it is. But I put some in the palm of my hands and massaged it throughout my scalp, and then I like put my finger in and applied some directly to my edges, which is something I think I'm going to try to do every day, at minimum every other day, apply it to my edges. So I curled myself back up, so I'm guessing the yo-yo, she's kind of out of the question. I'm on flat twisted, and I have performances this weekend, all sort of stuff. So I'm going to probably put Lil J back on, because I need something kinky curly. So here I am, kind of not restarting my natural hair journey, or not journey, just like my natural hair, getting healthy, not restarting, but you know, entering this new phase of, you know, new beginnings, because I didn't start all the way over, but I am learning more about my natural hair. So here we are. Shoot, some big earrings. I'm like, I don't even think after 2 years, I still don't think I'm ready for this. But shoot, give me some big earrings. Hey y'all. Keep on the lookout. More videos coming up. Sam's Beauty has this Labor Day sale. I'm trying to restrain myself, but you know, I went to a beauty supply store and I always go in and play with some different wigs. I've seen something that I really like, so stay tuned for those, because they will be coming up. You will be seeing some new reviews. So have a great day.